Nicolas Melady, hanged December the 7th, 1869. At 8:42 a.m. on December the 7th, 1869, Nicolas Melady, 24, was hanged at the Huron County Gaol in Goderich, Ontario, for the murder of his father and stepmother at their farm south of Seaforth. It would be the last public execution in Canadian history. The crime was the result of serious domestic dysfunction. Melady's widowed father, Nicolas Sr., aged 64, had married a much younger woman named Ellen, who was pregnant and about to give birth to a child who would inherit all of Nicolas Sr.'s property. This did not sit well with Sr.'s 6 adult children, who protested by moving out of the family home. On June 7, 1868, the bodies of Nicolas Sr. and Ellen were discovered by relatives. Sr. had been shot in the head, but according to the account of the case in Death by Rope by Jeffrey Pfeifer and Ken Leyton-Brown, Ellen had been shot in the head 6 times, had her throat cut, and had also been disemboweled, her fetus, a boy, lying on the floor beside her. Note: an account of the murders in the short film From Family, Friends, and Love to Betrayal, the last official public hanging in Canada, says that while Ellen received a bullet to the head, she was killed by being struck by a chair and an axe, which split her head open. The film was produced by the Huron County Museum. Footprints leaving the house led police to 2 men, Nicolas Melady Jr., son of the murdered man, and the brother of a son-in-law, Thomas Donovan. Eventually, a number of the Melady clan would be arrested in a murder conspiracy that reminds me of the Donnelly Massacre. But in the end, after Donovan agreed to testify against him, only Nicolas Jr. would be convicted of the crime. According to Pfeifer and Leyton-Brown, Melady Jr. made a full confession prior to his execution. The case is interesting in the use of a female police spy named Jenny Cook, although some accounts say the last name was Smith. Nicholas became enamored with her, and at his trial, she testified that he had confessed the crime to her. The execution was scheduled for the noon hour, but the local sheriff, fearing an unruly mob of morbid curiosity seekers, began proceedings at 8:42 a.m. Still, some 300 spectators saw it happen. According to news reports, the hanging went off without a hitch. The hangman was Jesse Marshall of Toronto, who was paid $37.50 for the job. 3 weeks after the execution, on January the 1st, 1870, an order in council banning public executions in Canada came into effect. The primary source for today's video is the account of the case in Pfeifer and Leyton-Brown's Death by Rope. Author John Melady, who is related to Nicolas Melady, has written a book entitled Double Trap, the Last Public Hanging in Canada, but I have been unable to lay my hands on a copy. If you have read it, please share your impression of the book in the comments. All other sources are listed in the description. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, comment, and consider subscribing to The Gallows, where we explore Canadian murder cases which ended on the scaffold. And remember, if you're born to hang, you'll never be shot. Cheers.